Good evening, students. Welcome to Unacademy YouTube. How are you all doing? Very good evening. Welcome to yet another month and yet another learning experience. Hello, KSK. Hello, Sakshi. How are you doing? Good evening, beta. Welcome. Kya hal chal hai? How are you guys? So, welcome to Unacademy Humanities, all of you. And I hope you all are doing great and in good health. Okay, point number one. Staying safe, not stepping out unless required. Okay, my name is Professor Urmi. I'm your plus verified educator for Unacademy CBSE 11th and 12th. I take up psychology and sociology. So today I would be taking your sample paper of psychology, and here we welcome you on board to ace your final examinations with Unacademy. So as you all are aware that we are doing a sample paper series for the students who are going to give boards this year, okay? And also to understand for the coming year, people who have joined and people who have requested me that ma'am, may we also attend to get an idea and get a gist and crux of how it is going to be if I take up the optionals and if I take it with science, if I take it without science. So, welcome on board. Please remember you can use my referral code, okay, Urmi Live, to get a straight 10% discount off Unacademy Plus as well as on the Unacademy Iconic subscription. Now, as this is the part two of the practice paper series, the sample paper series, so I would be taking you through directly to where we stopped the previous class. Okay, you already know about the general instruction. If you haven't watched the previous class, please remember subscribe this channel, Unacademy Humanities. All right, like this video and go on the Unacademy Humanities channel in the psychology videos section. You will be getting all my videos. So just the previous one, इसके पहले वाला जो भी वीडियो मैंने लिया है, it is the sample paper revision part one. Uh, and I have also done the second section. That's the entire first section is being done. Second section, just the beginning we had covered where you guys had a lot of questions and we also took up some Q&As. So please remember if you have any questions, move ahead, check that and let me know on the comment section if you would want me to repeat any one part of the same. Also for you to know for the coming batch as well as for the batch which is revising, I'm also coming up with a CBSE question and answer chapters revision in the YouTube classroom for the students who have not enrolled yet for the plus class. The only added advantage the plus people have is they get all the PDF and all the notes. So please remember, uh, if you want to be a part of the community and you want to get all the notes in PDF formats and get all the extra notes as well as the doubt clearing solving sessions, etc., please get on board and join the Unacademy's Plus subscription. All right, and like you have seen, you can use my referral code Urmi Live. Also join the Telegram link which is given under the channel. The link is already given to you, so make sure you join the same and you enroll for all the question and answers. Now we have to start with section number B today. Before that, I'll just show you the section 1 which we have already solved. It is basically the 1 mark questions which we have done in the previous class, where we have done the fill in the blanks, we have done the true or false, the entire first section which we have completed. So question number 1 to question number 4. Then we have done question number 5 to question number 7. This entire thing we have done. Like I told you already, just a friendly reminder, like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel for all the upcoming, what do you call, videos on this Unacademy Humanities channel, be it the history, sociology, psychology, economics, entrepreneurship. Every single thing is already given on the channel. So make sure that you also join the Telegram, Unacademy's official Telegram group. That is also given in the description. So make sure you join the same and you get all the daily updates of the same. Okay. Now, like I told you, if you have not enrolled for the Plus subscription, it's the easiest and the best product which Unacademy has launched for its kids. What is it basically? You will get all the amazing educators who would be helping you, who would be taking you through the entire course syllabus. Not just this, they would be guiding you with the doubt clearing sessions, they would be helping you with amazing things from the life comfort of your home. You will be getting the access to many courses. You will be having every fourth session is a doubt clearing session, the exhaustive syllabus. Uh, why Plus is always a better idea to choose from, because it's a lifelong thing. Uh, Lifelong as in the entire year which you study for the specific class. Okay, so you get the mentorship and guidance, you get all the practice test series, life test series, and you have new different batch courses. So always remember, every new month Unacademy brings to you some of the other new batch course which you can enroll for. The pricing of the same keeps changing, so please make sure the referral code which I have given you, you can anytime download and uh, enroll for the same. You can see it's already given. Also download the Unacademy learning app and you will get all of this from the same. Okay. Now, Unacademy's iconic subscription. Okay, you will get a personal mentorship. You will get all the live doubt clearing sessions, weekly reports. Please remember, it will give you all the added benefits of Plus, and do not forget that this will give you everything on a one-on-one basis. So basically, you will be having an educator who will teach you on one-on-one basis. The referral code it remains the same, so you can download the app and also download the iconic subscription. Please remember, from 6 months to 24 months, and for again for class 12 from 6 months to 12 months, we have it all. We've got you covered. We welcome you to the team of Unacademy's Humanity family. You already know all of us. I'm sure it's been a drill to come across and learn different subjects on board with different people, different educators who have done fantastic. Um, Hi, Krishna. Hello, ma'am. I am in class 11 student thinking of taking art stream. So here, Krishna, welcome in the class, beta. And very good idea. You should take. In fact, even I took my arts in class 11th only. So actually, if you see that I have never taken up science, I have always done humanities right from the beginning. That from class 11th um, till my graduation, masters, everything. I am a core humanity student. So that's a great thought, Krishna, and definitely you must. If you like it, if you want to, you definitely should. It's a wonderful stream. It's a very scoring stream. And hi, Muskan, welcome. It's a very wonderful stream. And yes, many people have doubts whether to take or not. I would suggest go for it, Krishna. Okay, go for it. Very good evening, Muskan. So please remember, also because Krishna, you are here, please remember, every day on the channel we teach you different subjects with different educators. You can interact with them and you can also use the referral code which I have given. Every educator has their own referral codes. You can use mine as well for the Iconic and the Plus subscription. I'm doing good, Muskan. How are you doing? So Krishna, there are some 11 standard batches also, which I will tell you now. If you want, please attend some of the special classes, beta, and I'm sure you will get an idea of whether you want to take up arts, how you be studying about the different subjects. Just go for it, okay? So yeah, uh, 3rd of May we are starting. That's basically most of the courses are beginning from today. Okay, most of the courses are beginning from today, and you will get all the amazing educators who are taking the courses from history to geography, pol science to economics to English. Then you have another batches in Hindi medium also. So please make sure that you go and check them out. Okay, not just this. This is for class 11th, which I'm talking about. So Krishna, if you want to take up, see, I am the one who's taking sociology also. Very sorry. So yes, we are coming up with a batch and it's exactly at 10 p.m. So tonight there are many courses which are beginning, and there's a 9 months course, so please make sure you enroll for the same. Of course, and Krishna, yes, Krishna, you take humanities, it's really interesting, knowledgeable stream. Very true. From history, economics, pol science, English, socio to geography, we have it all. So you can see the different subjects which I have marked. We have all of it. Okay. Um, yes, this was limited to just 30th of April. That's the reason I'm just showing you one more time. There were different new academic year offers. So yes, if you have not enrolled for it, go ahead and check the Unacademy Learning app. Now we will exactly start where we stopped in the previous class. You must also know that Unacademy Krishna is coming up with all these things. Absolutely, Krishna. I teach Krishna in an MBA college, and I have students who have done psychology honors. I have a student who has done English literature, and he's taken up MBA, and there is no problem. He's absolutely doing great, and he scored really well. His name is Anujit. Yes, you can go for it, Krishna. Definitely. Okay, so there are some more for science as well, so you can just have a look at it and glimpse of the same. I will just give you a glimpse of all these things in details when we start. Okay, I think Muskan, did we stop here? Section number 2 we were supposed to start. I think we have started with obsessive compulsion disorder. Question number 16 we are done. Question number, yes, so basically we are supposed to start from question number 16. Hi Suyash. Most welcome, Krishna. Always welcome. How are you, Suyash? How are you? Welcome in the class, beta. All right. Read the case and answer the question that follows. In the army, one cannot sit back and relax. A few years here after Kargil war, Deepchand's regiment was posted to Rajasthan. While setting up an ammunition store, a bomb was accidentally detonated. In the explosion, Deepchand lost his fingers. Later, both his legs and his right arm were amputated. Basically, they were being chopped, all right? Muskan, are you able to hear? Is it visible? And just give me a thumbs up if the AV is clear, beta. All right. Okay. Hi, Palak. Welcome to the class. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, beta. All right. Let's continue then. Later, both his legs and arms were amputated. After 24 hours and 17 bottles of blood, he finally gained consciousness. Okay. So, what happened after the accident? Lying on the, hi Palak, hello, hello. Lying on the bed, please remember, Deepchand muled over why he met with an accident. Being an athlete, he felt bad about not being able to run for the state again. Okay, but as they say, once a soldier, always a soldier. I trained myself to walk with the help of prosthetics. I learned to ride a scooter and use a computer, and there has been no looking back. He said, Deepchand has worked for the country without flinching even an eyelid. Flinching even an eyelid, matlab बिना पलक झपकाए, okay, in Hindi what we call, okay, बिना पलक झपकाए he has been working, and I am doing so. In an unfortunate event, he met with an accident and lost his limbs. Does he regret his childhood dream to become an army jawan? The proud man who stands on his prosthetics test says he does not. The accident could happen to me in any profession. At least it happened in the line of fire. I want to be a reborn as a soldier. There's nothing great than serving your country, he said. So, what is it? Identify the phenomena that Deepchand is experiencing immediately after regaining consciousness in hospital. Okay, he is basically going through de-stress. What do you mean by the concept of de-stress? Recess basically means, okay, depressed. Somewhere or the other, the context in which we have studied about the word distress, what is it? Distress in psychology is a suffering, it is a misery. Okay, please remember the answer is distress, which means a misery. Okay, it's kind of a suffering, guys. That okay, why did this happen? Now, this basically is implying an external and usually a temporary cause of a great physical or mental strain. Okay, or a stress, mental strain or a stress. So the answer is de-stress. Any doubt till here? Any doubt till here? Muskan, Palak, Krishna, Suyash, Sakshi. Any doubts? No, ma'am. Okay. Moving to the next question. Hi, Alia. Ma'am, can you explain eustress also? Absolutely, I will. Why not? How are you, Alia? Welcome to the class. Okay. Now, the meaning of eustress is basically, okay, when you, the concept of eustress is where, one second, let me first go back to the slide so that I can explain you eustress. This is the first word, eustress, okay? This basically means a beneficial stress beta. Okay, now this is psychology, for example, exercise. Okay, now this term always tells you cognitively which is a healthy stress. Eustress always is a healthy stress. Okay, now what do you mean by a healthy stress? Okay, please remember that this is a kind of subgroup of stress that differentiates a wide amount or variety of stressor or manifestation of stress. It is defined in which rather one perceives the stressors, okay, and there's no negative threats here, beta. Like for example, you will not go through. Hi Kanishka, welcome, beta. So Alia, in this kind of eustress, you will never have anything which is fatal. It is when anything which is negative. It's just relax. Why the screen is not visible? Kanishka, it was visible abhi tak ke to. Is there a problem at your end? Just check. Okay. Most welcome, Alia. So this is eustress, which is a healthy stress, and the feeling or fulfillment here is always about a positive feeling. So there is nothing wrong in this kind of cognition in terms of stress. All right. Next question, 16th B. Identify the phenomena that Deepchand is experiencing immediately after regaining conscious in the hospital. Of course, like I discussed, that this is de-stress. Now the third one, the second one. Deepchand's secondary appraisal of the event would be dash. What would it be? What would it be, guys? Appraisal of the threat, appraisal of the harm, okay, appraisal of his coping abilities and resources, and appraisal of the challenges ahead. So always remember, okay, always remember, yes, somebody who can tell Kanishka if everything is clear. Someone tell Kanishka if everything is clear, it will be great. Past experience, yes, correct. So what is the, why is the answer of coping his ability and resources? Ma'am, is it possible to hide the answer? We all will love to try. Krishna, we could have done it, but it's a sample paper, so I have to give you the answer. Otherwise, I won't be able to explain, beta. So that's the reason. You don't see the answer. Try doing it that way once. Don't see the answer at all. Okay, Kanishka is saying experience of the past. Kanishka, right? Why are you saying so? Okay, thanks. Everything is clear. Okay. So, remember, Beta, when we speak about the ability of his coping abilities and resources, appraisal, why the secondary appraisal? What do you mean by the concept of secondary appraisal? What is secondary appraisal of stress? Secondary appraisal of stress involves a determining, the expectation of determining stressor which poses a threat. Okay, so secondary appraisal involves individuals' evaluation of the resources or coping strategy of his or her disposal for addressing any perceived threats. So, somewhere or the other, the concept of a determining attitude is very, very important when we speak about secondary appraisal. Is this clear? So, what is secondary appraisal? It is a judgment of options available to cope with a stressor to the potential effectiveness, and it is a process by which individual perceives and responds to the events that one can appraise or overwhelming, okay, or threatening to one's well-being. That plays a very important role, guys. Clear? Is it clear? Can we move ahead, guys? Yes, no, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, now next one. Based on the below given statement, what will determine Deepchand's cognitive appraisal of the event? Okay, the realization of what has been lost and trying to new way to make the present situation favorable. Yes, Krishna, very well written, beta. Fantastic. Absolutely. In fact, that's the reason he wants to give it a best shot. He wants to try. He wants to, remove that fear. Past experiences give us confidence, and if the past experience is good, so we will have less amount of stress, and that can be explained in terms of eustress. Very true, Kanishka. Very well written, beta. Good job. Now Kanishka is able to, actually highlight on the major points and brownies. Very well done. Okay, so the accident could have happened to me and any profession. At any profession, it's not necessary कि भाई मुझे armed forces join करना था. I want to be a soldier. That's the reason it has happened, and I'm thinking of it. So what is it? At least it has happened in the line of fire. I want to be a reborn as a soldier. There's nothing greater than serving the country, he said. Okay, can you see? I'll show you a better picture here. Can you see this? I'm sure this screen is more readable. So what is it? The past experiences and controllability. Definitely it is. And why do you mean by the concept of past experiences and controllability? Can someone say? Anybody? What do you understand by past experiences and controllability? Anybody? Please remember, it's all about a negative, the perceiving of past, present, and future control to adjustment of life events. Okay, I remember I had even told you. So, perceiving a control construct in psychology is the key where you understand the differences in individual differences post stress. Okay, now I remember I even told you guys about the prospective analysis of stress, where we studied that how past stressors are important. Correct? Yes, okay. Section number 3. Here we begin with section number 3. Distinguish between social pressures and social stress. Okay, what do you mean by this? Now, I would advise you, if you have, very well. If you don't have, sit with your notebooks, keep noting down the points, because this you can write in your exams, guys. Okay, Kanishka, Muskan, I hope you already are sitting with the notebooks. Very good, Krishna. Past experiences teaches and makes everyone prepared to face upcoming scenario. Very true. And somewhere or the other, the normalities are very, very important. So, what is the social pressure, guys? Always remember there's a difference between social pressure and social stress. Stress is when you have to interact with the people. Okay. Pressure is when that is generated in your mind. Social pressures are brought from the people who make excessive demands on us. Okay. For example, how much marks have you scored in your school? It's a social pressure. Okay. And I have experienced past experience above controllable is experience is a person, and I have explained past experience above the controllable is a person who believes that he or she is controlling the situation, will have less amount of stress. Correct? Absolutely. I read it better. Good will be explained in terms of eustress. I read that. Okay. So what is it? The difference between social pressure and social stress? Social stress is included externally when you see new people, when you meet them, when you have fears of interacting, talking in the right amount of way, whether you're able to or you're not able to. It's a 2 marks point. Okay. So make sure. Okay. Now please go back to the first screen where I showed you the word limits, and do not make the mistake which you had made in your pre-boards. Okay, by any chance. Section number 1, please remember objective marks question 1 mark. Please do not overdo and do not exceed, do not exceed 20, 25 to 30 words. Do not exceed when we speak about the section 1. Section 3 are 2 marks. Again, can you see 3 marks, a 2 marks question, section C, 30 words. 30 words. Do not extend and do things which are wrong. So let's get back to the place where we were. Here. So what is it? The difference between social pressure. Okay. Social pressures are brought about from people who make excessive demands on us, creating and generating in our minds. Okay. In the cognition, which is an internal source of stress. Whereas social stress is induced externally and result from our interaction with people. Clear? Any questions still here between social stress and social pressures, guys? This is question number 17, social pressures and social stress. Any questions still here? Please use the comment section. Right, guys? Please reply. Can we move ahead? Question number 18. Can we start, guys? Fatima's experience. Krishna, Muskan, Kanishka. Will it be good to explain it with example? Yes, you can. Depending on you are Krishna, yes, depending on that, depending that you are under the word limit frame and you're not exceeding it, then you can better. Uh, SPR. Example, okay, examples are Sharma ji ki beti ko kitta padti hai 90 आए social stress is generated to the interaction of people. Example, death of people, close or illness. Very well written, Kanishka. Very well written. Beautiful. Fantastic. I hope that these classes are helping you guys, yeah? Kanishka? Yes, all clear, ma'am. Very well. Now, Fatima is experiencing generalized anxiety disorder. Okay, Fatima is experiencing generalized anxiety disorder. Enumerate any two causes with reference to the diathesis stress model. We have studied this, which may have led to the disorder. What exactly is the. Hi, God Praveen. How are you? Welcome to the class. Okay, what exactly did you learn in this one? The diathesis stress model, please remember, okay, it is also known as the vulnerability stress model, guys. Okay, now this has a psychological theory that attempts to explain a disorder, okay, or its trajectory as a result of interaction between a predispositional vulnerability or the diathesis and a stress which is caused by life experiences. Okay, which is caused by life experiences. So please remember, it's a generic vulnerability model which has an environment or the different kind of life events, okay, which is called as, sometimes these are the stressors which trigger, okay, the behavior or the psychological disorders. Clear? Okay, now the point here is, with first point, presence of biological aberration. Person may carry a vulnerability, like I already told you that it has a lot about the life experiences which are vulnerable. Okay, then it has presence of pathogenic stressors. Now what do you mean by the concept of pathogenic stressor? What do you meaning of pathogenic is kind of a virus, a kind of a bacteria which causes a disease. Okay, a kind of bacteria or virus. I'm scared of saying virus now, so bacteria is better, which causes a disease. Okay, so please explain any two relating to the case provided. That's 1 mark each. You can also get an answer with any sort of case. For example, Fatima's given, there's a case where she's actually having an anxiety disorder. So, what they are saying related to the case, you give the meaning and answers. Is this clear? Question number 18th is clear. Fatima's anxiety disorder. Anxiety, schizophrenia, yes. Yes, ma'am, a lot. Clear, ma'am. Schizophrenia, anxiety, depression. All these things you can give in the examples, okay? Now, next is differentiate between hostile aggression and proactive aggression. Again, this is a question given for 2 marks. What do you mean by hostile and proactive aggression? What comes to your mind? Always remember, hostile is something which is very directed towards an injury. Okay, something which has an inflicting an injury. Proactive, bullying others, troubling others without any reason, which is not required at all. Okay, so proactive aggression has a lot to do with dominating and bullying others. Dominating means when you're trying to suppress the others, when you're trying to boss around. Okay, so this bossing attitude really is a very important part here. Hi Varsha, welcome to the class. How are you? Welcome, beta. Okay, so please remember, hostile is equal to directing an injury, which is restraint when you're trying to basically inflict something. Proactive aggression has a lot to do with dominating and, in aggressive way, bossing around with someone. When you're trying to bully others without their interest in talking with you or, coming in the limelight. Question number 20. What are life skills? Please remember, life skills is equal to the soft skills in day to day life. The abilities to adapt to the culture where you have major challenges of day to day life and activities, okay, of uh, everyday activities or everyday life, which plays a very important role. So, yes, life skills are the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enables individuals to deal effectively with challenges of everyday life. Okay, I'm doing good, Varsha. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing good as well, Beta. Okay, do we move ahead? Life skills is done. Now you can give an example here in life skills also. What can be another life skills? Confidence, okay. Discipline can be one of them. Challenging, facing, the stage fear, stage fright. Ma'am, just staying at home and safe. Very good. Do that. Don't go out unless required. Mask yourself. Situation is worse. The very other day, I heard someone who had got in hospital bed. Uh, just the time when the oxygen cylinder was over, they have asked the person to leave the bed because they do not have any provision of the oxygen cylinders. So the situation is damn weird. It's better you stay home and stay safe. Don't step out. Anyone? Do we move ahead, guys? How we can change the circumstances and how we adapt and modify with our ability. Very true. So coming out of comfort also, Kanishka, can be one of them, because you are trying to do something, coming out of your comfort zone, which is a major challenge of an everyday activity. That's the reason I told you to deal with it, Kanishka. When you are dealing with the life challenges, why do you deal with it? A positive behavior that is enhancing uh, and giving you the right amount of energy, and all your stresses are apart, right? Any questions still here before we move ahead? Now, please remember, the moment you said life skill, okay, the moment you said the challenge, when they ask you to brief about the same in the 6 marks pattern, or probably adjustable behavior. Why do you think adjustable behavior is correct? Different types of fear, could you explain? Okay, very nice, Krishna. Of course, there are different types of fear. Now, when we speak about the fear, it's just not restricted to one. It can be depending on acrophobia, which is a fear of heights. Krishna, this is to your question. Uh, all right, Kanishka says no, ma'am. Krishna, this is in regards with your question, beta. Okay, so I'll first highlight first I'll highlight Krishna's question and then we move ahead. So first of all, the first fear can be a fear of height, that's acrophobia. Next one can be aerophobia, fear of flying. Okay. Third can be arachnophobia, which is a fear of spiders. Some people have it here, chipkali. Some people have it with spiders. They basically have the kind of they get an irritation when it's a kind of cognition when we speak about the fears. Okay. Claustrophobia, that can be a fear of confined crowded spaces, or when you enter a lift then you feel that okay, I'm going to get stuck here. That is one of them, where you don't want to be a part of it, you just want to get out of it. So that can be one of them. Then you can speak about hydrophobia, that's a fear of water. So fear can be divided into different parts depending on the situation, Krishna. Okay, it can be depending on the situation. Is this clear? So the common fears can be, of course, it can be cynophobia, fears of dogs. Some people are afraid. Okay, it can be the different kind of phobias, which is kind of part, being in the lift or coming out of it, etc. Clear? Krishna, is it clear, beta? Then we move ahead. Can you explain simultaneous and successive processing of pass model? Kanishka, we did not do the pass model, or what, beta? Didn't we do the pass model of intelligence? Because I think I did it in the class, the simultaneous and the successive processing. I'm just asking, there's no problem, I'll repeat it for you. Probably you can note that down as well. Did we? Most welcome, Krishna. Kanishka says, yes, ma'am. Okay, I'll repeat it for you. Simultaneous processing is the mental process we use to integrate, okay, the separate bits of information or stimuli into a whole. Whereas successive processing, okay, is what we try to use linearly to organize the bits of information into a chain like progression, Kanishka. Okay, what is the difference between these two? First of all, the concept was introduced by J.P. Das, okay, where the entire past model of intelligence played the most important role. Point number two, simultaneous processing, that takes place when one perceives the relations amongst various concepts and integrate them into a meaningful pattern of comprehension. Okay, for example, the Ravin's progressive matrix, RPM test. Now, what is it? It's a design which is presented in form of a part which has been removed. A subject which is chose to be 6 options and appropriately completes that design. Is that clear? We did it. Absolutely, we did it. Did you get the first point of it? Did you get the gist of it? Similarly, successive processing takes place when one is able to arrange all the information serially. Okay, when we starting from this point to this point, then you basically click on this and then you move ahead. So each step, okay, in the series helps to understand the next step. Okay, one recalls leads to the another recall. Example, learning of the digits, learning of the tables. Okay, 2 into 2, 4. It's a kind of a table process. So why you're getting it? Because you're learning it in a very digital way. Okay, so it is multiplication tables. But the simultaneous processing takes place when you perceive relations amongst various concepts and integrate them into meaningful patterns for comprehensions. Is it clear? Is it clear till here when we speak about the meaningful pattern of comprehensions, guys? Kanishka, did you get it through? Now you remember when they ask you to give an example. Okay, Kanishka, also I'm going to give you a screen. I'll give you an answer here. For example, I'll just share it in your Telegram as well so that it becomes easy for you. Let me know if you get the answer, beta. Yeah. So see, I have even forwarded it you in the tele channel. Just let me know if you've received it once. Did you get it? So I'll erase this. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the questions. Krishna, is it clear till here, beta? Let's move ahead now. All right, you got it? Fantastic. Next question. What is psychoneuroimmunology? What is psychoneuroimmunology? Okay, exactly is this? Please answer, Kanishka. Okay, please repeat the question, ma'am. Kanishka, you gave an example that we should, when we learn the alphabets, we integrate them and learn with the spellings. So that multiplication and calculation, basically, which you're saying, will it be coming under the abilities here in the answer which? Okay, what I'm trying to ask you, Kanishka, is the differences which I told you in successive and the simultaneous processing. So the example which you're giving comes in the successive processing or simultaneous processing. This is what I'm giving you the answer. Now don't check the answer and tell because I've already given you. So just first let me know which one is it. Clear? Successive. Okay. All right. Good. I hope you've not cheated. I hope you've not cheated. Next one, chalo. Please remember when we speak about psychoneuroimmunology, it focuses on the links between the mind, brain, and the immune system. Half mark, 1.5 marks to इसी में मिल जाएंगे. Please remember it has a different kind of stress on our immune system because neuro is equal to the brain. It has something to do with your nerve, the brain, and the concept here really plays a very important role because it's the gap which is bridging between mind, brain, and the immune system. Clear? Please remember this gap needs to be, it never needs to be having that kind of spacing where it creates very cheating. Good. All right. Okay. So पेज नंबर 59 ऑलवेज रिमेंबर जहां जहां पेज नंबर दिया हुआ है प्लीज पेज नंबर ओपन करके उस चीज को पढ़िए इफ यू हैव द बुक इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. If not, no problem. If do, please open the book and study. It will help you understand things in a much more sharper and better way. Clear? Ma'am, clear. All right. What is group polarization? Extreme decisions taken by the group when the individuals do it alone. Separate individual group, when the group comes into picture, obviously it's a concept where the discussions and the interactions will happen on one-on-one basis. Okay, this will also strengthen the kind of bridge people usually have between each other. It's either materialistic or in a very emotional way, but it always gives you the idea that extreme decisions which are taken by group, then when individuals do it alone, if you are alone, then your clarity will be like, okay, limited to one point, you can get stuck. But when you're sitting and taking a group decision, five different people will give you five different examples, and then आप pick कर सकते हो कि मैं इसमें से कौन सी चीज को pick करूं and which one is more legit with a proper example, because psychologically then it just happens that it should strengthen your discussion and interaction with the people. So that's basically when group polarization comes into picture. Remember, this is mostly strengthened when it comes to workplace management, sincerity, group studies, education, meetings, okay, collaborations. All these things definitely play an important role when it is about the extreme decisions taken by the group. And the discussion is very, very important here because every different person has, they will give you a different framework of mind with a concept where you can think कि भाई इस चीज पे मेरा आइडिया इस पे बैठ रहा है क्लियरली या नहीं बैठ रहा. And hence it is very, very important for you to make sure that it's a group pattern. Clear till here? Do we move ahead? Do we move ahead? Clear? All right, fantastic. Now we move to the next question, question number 22A. A client experiences irrational thoughts that are deficiating in nature or self-defeating in nature. Suggest a suitable therapy that will help him or her to reduce his or her de-stress. De-stress. Read the points. When de-stress लिखा है, de-stress पढ़ना, e-stress में e-stress पढ़ना. Also provide the rationale for selecting this therapy. Which therapy and why? Please don't see the answer, just read the question and try answering. It will give you a better understanding of the prospect. Move ahead. Cognition क्यों आएगा? Cognitive theory पे क्यों आएगी? Kanishka, I'm waiting for you to answer. Please remember, when it is about the therapy, when the person needs to have the thought process, it is always about the cognitive therapy. What is the cognitive therapy here, guys? What is the cognitive theory? Cognitive therapy or theory here is a relatively short form of psychotherapy. So basically, this is a concept where psychotherapy is required. Please remember, यहाँ psychotherapy की ज़रूरत है, which is based on the concept that the way we think about things which affects how we feel emotionally. Okay, so your emotions are also a next part of the chain here. Then it is about the therapy which is focusing on the present thinking, the behavior, communication rather than the past experiences, and is oriented toward the problem solving. Here you go. And then when we speak about the concept of the rational which is being importantly used, what is the rational, guys? What is the rationale which is we being here about? A set of reasons for a logical basis for the course of action or belief. Okay, the course of action or belief. So what is it? Faulty or irrational thoughts. Why? Because this is to provide the rationale in terms of selecting the therapy or the theory. Is it clear till here? Any questions still here? Let me see if Kanishka is answered or cheating. Cheating नहीं, answer चाहिए. Come on, very quickly. Then we stop on 22. And the third part we will start on the 22nd B. And then we'll have just the last section, section number 4. Clear? Or probably we will just complete this question. तो हमारे इसमें पास just section number 4 बाकी रहेगा in the third class. ठीक है? चलो. Analyze the chief benefit of the client in both behavior and humanistic therapies. Humanistic and behavior therapy. Behavior matlab when you are trying to change a faulty behavior of a person which is not in the right sense, okay, and try to give them or her a right way or approach of dealing with certain things with great examples, okay, that okay, you try this out, maybe you will have control over your anger, maybe the ego changes, maybe the cognition, where you try to adapt, and that is very very important for you to change your behavior. Some people have this habit, no, I'm correct, I don't want to leave the drill of my ego, I just don't want to let it go. It is very important for you to get into the behavior therapies, seek help from psychologists, you know, take the help of therapists, because sometimes the counseling just doesn't help. You have to go undergo medical treatments, you have to go therapies. And the last one is humanistic therapies, where you're achieving personal growth, okay, increasing the understanding of oneself and one's aspirations, emotions and motives. This is all also about the goals and the desires. Sometimes people just do not know what exactly their goals and desires are, and humanistic therapies always help them to find the urge of knowing own themselves, that okay, what changes do I need to bring in my personality, मुझ में क्या change चाहिए. So I think this really plays a very important role, and hence humanistic therapies really help out. Is it clear till question 22b before we start with the section 4 in the next class, guys? Section number 4 हम next class में करेंगे. That's the sample paper 3, and we will finish off this sample paper. So can you just give me a yes, no, Kanishka, Muskan, others, so that we can close it for tonight. And also exactly 9:30 p.m. I'm going to see you guys, class 12th in the sociology classroom. So Kanishka, Muskan, Varsha, all my amazing students who are present here, Krishna, 9:30 I'm seeing you, Alia, everybody, okay, everybody, Suyash, everybody who's present and who's watching and who would be watching later on, 9:30, please make sure that you guys are joining. Sociology sample paper, we would be doing the Q&As, and we would be also covering some of the important questions. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to use my referral code if your subscription is yet to be, when you renew it or you're going to take it again, get a straight 10% discount on the same. And remember that let's crack it. Not special, Kanishka, YouTube. Just, I'm going to share the link on the Telegram channel now, all right? So, all right then, see you guys for the next class. Take care of 9:30. I will share the link on Tele. So, take care of yourself. God bless. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay masked. Don't step out unless required. And bye-bye. Good night.